Hi y'all, Tracey, Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. I know it has been a while since I have done a video. I actually did do one the other day. I did a recipe video, but aside from that, I actually did record a video and then didn't put it up because I felt like I was rambling. What happened? So, I passed the first part of my certification exam. While I was preparing to run to my office, I'm still working from home, but to the physical office to take my test because it's quiet. I knew it would be quiet. There's nobody there on the weekends. So I felt confident that I would not get interruptions. And short version, I was trying to unlock my car. My fob was not, the battery was not balanced or not put in correctly, or where it was hitting where it needed to, and I sprained my thumb. So I went to the doctor in January. I did this December the 17th. Literally, it took me a month to get into the doctor, to the ortho. I saw the ortho. He basically told me, you sprained your thumb, I need you to go have this brace made. It was very unpleasant. If you watched the video from January, you saw it. It's hard plastic. It made it difficult for me to cut, to cook a lot, etc. But fast forward, finally, April the 6th, I was able to not wear the brace anymore. We had some storms here, so I had an appointment earlier than that, and they rescheduled me. Okay, here's kind of the thing that I really wanted to talk about. For those of you that know me, or watched my channel, I was actually doing Weight Watchers before my husband and I got married. And we'll celebrate 14 years in August. So I had been doing Weight Watchers or some kind of diet for a very long time. After seeing some stuff and really realizing that I was probably eating, and had been for a number of years, probably eating below what I needed to calorie wise. So I felt like I needed to make a change. And I didn't need, which I had done in the past, I did not need to keep Weight Watchers on the back burner. I really needed to cut my ties and step away from, well, pretty much I stepped away from everything. I posted on my personal Facebook page. I posted a little bit on my Trials of a Long-Haired Girl Instagram, but there wasn't a lot of activity from me. And here's kind of the thing. Okay, I'm getting warm now. Here's kind of the thing that I was talking to Kim over to Girl on her phone, and I told her it was funny because I didn't realize the extent that I felt it until I didn't feel it. I stepped away from YouTube. I stepped away from, I didn't even really watch YouTube for several months. Probably the first quarter of the year, I didn't watch it. I stepped away pretty much from everything. I wasn't participating in a lot of groups. I wasn't, I did the video in January, and then I was going to do the one, I think, in February, and I had to step back because of some family stuff. And I didn't post anything. I just stepped away. And I'm sorry that I kind of went silent quickly without notice. But here's kind of the thing. I kind of decided to, after doing some research, to go down the path of intuitive eating. And to that end, I got the journal, I got the workbook, I got the actual book. I have listened to the audiobook, I read the book, I've done the research, and I decided that that was the path that I was going to take. And, you know, being transparent, being real here, I know I've gained a lot of my weight back, if not like all of my weight back, from like the very beginning when I started Weight Watchers. But here's what I know. I went, like for this first quarter, I went down the path of pretty much eating what I felt like eating or what my husband would make. Kind of the things that were easy, and a lot of times, being honest, lunch would be, because I wasn't super hungry, lunch would be one of the single serve bowls of Velveeta shells and cheese. Now, being honest, there were times when my husband would buy me the mini cherry pies. I can't think of the name of them. He found me a Mrs. Baird's when I was craving one really bad, but we couldn't find them again. So he got me a different brand, Edamons or something. Anyway, so they were good. So I would eat those when I was craving something sweet or when I wanted a cherry pie. To that end, right after my birthday, like the day after, I went to get blood work done. Come to find out, my A1C is now at that really high point or low point on the scale of being pre-diabetic. Talked to my doctor. We are not putting me on any medication. I have controlled before with diet and exercise, and that's what I intend to do again. And then I was watching Kim. I've kind of slowly been going back and watching videos. I'm actually, for the last several days, I've kind of been going through and unsubscribing from people that I feel like are going to make me feel triggered, or you know, things like that, or people who haven't done anything in a year or more. So I've kind of been doing that to try to help myself, because the last thing that I want to do is I don't want to go down that path again where food triggers me. But here's what I know for myself. I was this close to falling down the diet rabbit hole again. And I listened to a podcast popped up of Colleen Christensen, and if you don't know who she is, I think she's No Food Rules on Instagram. But basically, she and another woman who is part of her team were talking, and they were talking about the diet mentality and how sometimes it's really hard. You don't realize the extent that you have to go through to break your own food rules, or the food rules that everybody has been spilling and spewing and sneaking them in your ears all these years. And one of the things that I acknowledged, which I mentioned to Kim, I didn't realize how guilty I felt over having a bowl of cereal until I no longer felt the guilt. And that sounds weird to say. I grew up on cereal. Okay? I was a little bitty girl. Now, granted, I'm not big now. I mean, weight-wise, I'm heavy. But I'm only 4'10", for those of you that don't know. So I am not tall. But I was very small. My mother actually taught me, I know parents are going to cringe now, especially any young parents watching this. My mother taught me to pull the drawers out and use them as steps so that I could get up on the cabinet and get myself a bowl and fix myself a bowl of cereal. Because I have always been an early riser. Always. Like, even when I don't want to, even when I stay up late, my body instinctively is like, oh, hello, it's time to wake up now. It's crazy, but it's something that happens. Anyway, all that being said, I'm going to try to get back to filming at least once a week. I can't say that I'm going to record everything that happens every day. You may not ever get a what I eat in a day. You may. Can't really say for sure. Because I posted several times, I posted my food on Instagram. And one of the things that I can say is it's really been freeing to, if I want to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a glass of milk, if that's what I'm feeling in the moment, then I can have that. And I actually had that a couple times this week for lunch because that's what I wanted. That's what I was craving. I've had a bowl of cereal. I've had some tortilla chips, by themselves. But I'm trying to pay attention and not eat when I'm not hungry and eat what my body is craving. But also, I'm really trying to focus, especially after getting those test results, at increasing the fruits and vegetables that I'm eating. So, for those of you that don't know, those of you who are unhealthy, back many, many moons ago, many incarnations ago of Weight Watchers, they had, the little checkbox system. Healthy has a version of that on their app. And so while I'm not tracking, I am not putting recipes into a recipe builder. I'm not tracking how many points or calories or whatever that I'm having. I'm not doing that. What I am doing is trying to check off all those boxes like I used to do with Weight Watchers all those years ago, because that worked well for me, and I'm trying to move more. I have not done as well at that as I would have liked this year or this month, but I'm putting forth an effort. And like tonight, I'm excited. I have Nia. It's going to be great. I'm going to feel good. I'm also going to hurt when it's done, but it's a thing. But I love it. I enjoy the class. And she sent me the schedule. So she's going to be teaching classes Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And I generally commit to doing Tuesdays with her, even if I can only do live streaming or video, because I enjoy it so much. It's only a half hour, but it's fun. And special things that she does at one of the studios that I can do video or live stream, I love to do those too when I can. So it's giving me something. Anyway, I am rambling. All that to say, I am going to try to get back to doing videos. We may start it once a week. If I have something special to share, then I'll try to share that too. But I'm back. Not really sure what our future's going to hold, but I'm going to try to put some stuff together. If you are interested in intuitive eating, I'm happy to kind of ask some of the questions from the workbook or the journal on video, and we can kind of talk about it. I'm really finding it interesting. And I think that it's helping me to work through a lot of the things. I did not realize until I was asked by a therapist that I had disordered eating, which is part of the reason why I'm going down this cautiously, down this road kind of cautiously, and not ready to, like, for instance, jump back into Weight Watchers or something like that right now. Anyway, okay, I have rambled and rambled enough. Have a great day, y'all. Be blessed.